What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. We're back with Tobin's 180SX, and in this video we're going to be doing a bit of work to it. We're going to be getting pretty much the whole rear end together. Well, we actually are going to be getting the whole rear end together. First video of this thing in a while came out last week, and I know you guys loved it, and I'm super excited to get working on this thing. This 1J is going to be so gangster. Tobin's already put together this whole rear assembly. This is for the passenger side, and it's looking good. It's got the handbrake shoes. So Sylvia's usually, they come out with the handbrake on the caliper, but he's changing to the internal drum setup out of a Skyline. Reason for switching to a internal drum handbrake setup is so you can switch to big brake calipers in the rear, because obviously if you get rid of the factory caliper that has the handbrake on it, when you go to these, you're not gonna have that. So you put this setup in, then you can still use your factory handbrake. So what are you doing right now? You're currently prepping these for paint?
Yeah, masking everything up so I don't fill up all the bolt holes with paint.
So this will be like the only thing on his car that's not powder coated, and it's not going to stay like this forever. This is just temporary, isn't it?
And especially since if I hit something, they'll bend first.
They're all prepped, all masked up, and Tobin's about to hit it with some paint, and then hopefully it dries in time so we can still put this all together tonight.
Chuck them in the oven.
Yeah, we're going to chuck them in the oven. Hopefully they'll dry.
Might just can up the engine bay of the 180.
Tobin's smart too. He put a sheet over his 180, unlike my dumbass who forgot to cover Mike's car.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh god.
People ripped me out in the comments for it. It was great.
Did you get much on it?
Nah, no overspray, luckily. Toby's done the undersides. Now he's going to do the top, hanging it from the roof. Kiwi ingenuity, mate. Suck sling. How do we work this thing?
You turn the dials. It's got an oven setting on, wiped off, gee. There used to be a headlight setting on it. The more you know.
Oh, so they're all painted up. Oven's warm.
Well, it says it fit. Probably might have to do one at a time. Stand back, mate.
Shit. We're gonna chuck them in for 10 minutes, set a timer while we chuck one in, and then we've got the other one hanging there. Hopefully the cat doesn't knock it off. And then yeah, after the 10-minute timer's up, we'll switch them over.
Oh, you video me, mate.
What are you doing?
No, I'm just gonna start doing this side, I guess. Find a way easy to do it with the hub out, to be honest. There we go.
A couple of twangs and did the trick.
There we go.
Even his hub bolts, zinc coated.
Loser, eh? Oh, you got that.
He's just casually trying to find a nut amongst all the zinc coated stuff.
I did have one out for it, but I don't know where I put it.
Well, while we're looking for nuts, the timer goes off. Oh, that didn't sound good. Found a zinc coated nut.
People have been out here using stuff again.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Just like my heat gun. Hence the reason why we use an oven.
Of course he's got the Y wheel out.
Yes.
So that little pin on the spring there is trying to get it into a little hole like that on the other side. It can be quite a bastard too, because of the spring. You gotta press down real hard.
This new one. Go in there. Love that.
I think it bounced away somewhere. Could be under the car.
Oh well, we'll do another one.
Oh, you just got more zinc plated shit there.
Yeah. So it's always a lot easier. I always find it easier to have it rotate around this way, obviously, to just flip them up. Get in there. Until the top springs, we need to pull out these 15 because those aren't coated, and I'm getting some Other ones I'll chuck in there.
Sweet, pulling parts off the S15, which is outside in the dark. Not gonna be able to film that, so we'll check back in when we get them. Brake shoe springs acquired.
Actually. Oh, wrong hole.
Wrong hole, you've probably heard that before, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of times. I'm not left-handed. Oh, shit. Probably a lot of people out there laughing at me, but it's all good shit.
Got it done.
It's all done now. It looks a bit average, eh? We'll get another one. Put that on someone else to go over and edit it.
Some say that would be tight.
Yeah, about 10 nugget for do.
So you forgot something?
Yeah, I did. Probably gonna take the springs off, to be honest. I will take the springs off.
So we're gonna wrap it up here for tonight. Tobin got this side all back together, but unfortunately the lower arms are still pretty tacky, so we don't want to go putting those on while they're still wet, because as soon as you touch them, it's gonna mess them up. So we're gonna reconvene this tomorrow night, so we'll pick it up then. Why are we on these fucking brake rotors?
Oh, yeah, it's good down.
So it's a couple days on now. I was supposed to come here last night, but Tobin had a pretty massive day at work and we decided to not do anything. So we're gonna be doing it today. Yes, I've had a haircut. Finally not looking like a complete caveman anymore. Looking a lot more presentable, which is good considering I plastered my face all over the internet. But yeah, today we're gonna be putting the rear end together. As you can see, this side is already done. Tobin did this on his lunch break earlier today. He got all the TSD arms in. Well, he got the forward link and the camber arm. Unfortunately, he couldn't do the toe arm because the toe arms are right here. Unfortunately, he was given S14 ones and these are too long to go into the 180. So just gonna have to use the standard ones now until he can get those replaced. He's got his brake rotor all looking fancy. He wire wheeled this, which you would have seen in the clip just before this. So Tobin's actually still at work at the moment and I'm going to be finishing off this side until he gets home. The hub's here, he's put the handbrake cable in. So yeah, I've just got to basically put all the arms in, get the hub up, put the brake caliper on, and the disc, and this side will be done. Once I do that, I'm gonna chuck his 3-piece wheels on the back of this thing, and hopefully, before he gets home from work, I should have his car actually sitting out in the driveway there. So about to put the toe arm in. Because he is going to be running adjustable arms, he is using these eccentric lockout bolts. Usually on your factory toe arms, you have a bolt that is sort of like off-centered to the washer that's on it, which basically means that you can rotate the bolt around and it'll change your camber or toe, because the camber has it too. But yeah, when you switch to these adjustable arms, because obviously the arm itself is adjustable, you don't want the adjustment on the bolt. So all you gotta do is just grab a GK Tech do this bolt. This is from GK Tech, and it's basically just a washer that centers the bolt and then it allows you to only adjust it off the arm itself. So a little trick for you guys at home, if you've got an arm and you're trying to get the bolt holes to line up with the knuckle, if you can get it somewhat lined up, you can take a smaller screwdriver and just jam it in, and you can just kind of wiggle it around like that and it'll get it in the right place for you. Just like that. So to keep Tobin's car Tobin spec, I'm going to use his Y wheel to take all the surface rust off the brake rotor, just like he's done with that one. Usually I wouldn't bother doing this, I just chuck the rotor on the car, because the moment you apply the brakes for the first time, all the rust is just going to get stripped off by the brake pads. But yeah, it's Tobin's car, we've got to do things Tobin spec. Oh, with the rotor, now Tobin spec, we are going to chuck this on the car. Right orientation, so we can make it doing it with one hand easier. Okay. Look at that. How good does that look? The car's outside on the ground, it's looking good. Old mate Tobin's back.
Yeah, finally done it, worked it.
So this thing looks gangster back on the ground. You're obviously the rear guards, you're getting fixed up at the moment, eh?
No, it's gonna run like that. No, yeah. Now they're getting all ready to get painted and stuff, and we fixed up with chips and stuff from when people leant on it.
So Toby's got all of this stuff laid out here. He's gonna take all of this to the powder coaters tomorrow, eh?
Yeah, drop it off tomorrow and I'll be back within a week, I guess, and then...
The engine bay is getting painted next weekend, so the next video that you guys see of us is going to be pretty much prepping this thing for paint. And then, yeah, once all the paint's done and all of this stuff is powder coated, then I guess it's putting this stuff back on the car, eh?
Yeah, and then hopefully all the Heltec stuff arrives, and then Mate can come start putting all that in and wiring it up.
Yeah, and you're going to be getting R154 in like a month, eh?
Yeah.
So that is not very far away from going in the car.
Yeah, so that'll be good to see that in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Haven't put it in yet, so it'll be good to see it in the 180 for once.
Right, so that is going to wrap it for this one, guys. Cheers for watching. You know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll actually chuck Tobin's Instagram in the link. I'll actually chuck Tobin's Instagram in the description down below, so go check it out, give him a follow, and yeah, catch you in the next one.